That is gross. Handmade knuckle duster. You'll love her. Love me. Prince, Boney M, you'll love her. Love me. So, an old Nazi propaganda. Yeah, we have Nazi propaganda, Soviet propaganda, all original pictures. Oh, the Stalin right there. Wow. That is gross. I mean, I'm not sure who's buying these. Either just collectors of Nazi memorabilia, which is fine, which is fair enough, but or if you have a bunch of neo-Nazi chaps. Look at that. There was a picture I saw earlier of. There it is. Got Adolf here. Stalin. Visily had a large collection of historic propaganda pieces, not just Nazi or Soviet. This was clearly a collector's tool, and not propagation or promotion of fascism. At least it didn't feel that way. Indeed, in my limited time in Ukraine, I never once met any neo-Nazis, nor saw any hint of swastikas or any such thing.
Israel, Palestine, American. Это money bank.
1951.
Царь.
There he is, Tsar Nicholas, yeah.
Николай, да, у меня документы.
In 1917, wow.
Николаев Brothers.
Yeah, the brother, the King George. Yeah.
Да, это.
What's this?
Каталог, марки. Советик, марки. Money. Т-50. Каталог. Советик, первые марки.
Soviet currency, but
СССР. 22 год. 21 год. Вот, видишь, это...
Like stamps or something.
Это у нас...
Oh, here we are, Trotsky.
Ленин.
There he is.
Терещенко. Зато Майк.
What's fascinating is that we're now seeing a new...
Это самое... Музей.
What's fascinating now is we're now seeing a new wave of posters up around the city.
Да.
Who's this?
Петр.
Yeah, Peter.
Это 905 год, видишь. Петр. А это Маяковский.
So this is Kiev, 1941 being bombed. Kreshchatyk Street, the main street downtown. Oh, yeah, thank you. This is incredible. So it's some of the propaganda from World War I, World War II. And it's now some of the propaganda that we're seeing now. And I can only imagine what is being put up in Russia at the moment, in the streets of Russia, pasted billboards and all that. And the things we're seeing here, the anti-Putin and anti-Russian propaganda and anti-Putin posters and the fighting against Russia, which, in years to come will there'll be a chap just like Visily selling it in the street. This is... What is this? What's this? Oh, for punching. It's a knuckle duster. No way is it a knuckle duster. Yeah? Amazing. Handmade knuckle duster. Prison cell. A little tinny. This is next level tap. It's amazing. There you are, come to Kiev for your prison-style homemade knuckle dusters to take out your enemy. Dang, and relive my nursery days when myself and Miles Bryce used to drive around in a tiny milk float thinking it was the coolest car in the whole nursery. Ah, look at him go. Go on, kid, tear it up. I'm kind of surprised there aren't adults here who are drunk and having a go. But you never have adults drive this?
Only child.
Only children. No adults allowed? No. That's fair enough.
I then came across this exhibition, which was a collection of things Russian soldiers had left behind, from nail bombs to Molotovs, VCR players to antique water boilers, odd bits of the opposition's paraphernalia as they had retreated back east.
They love their humorous little posters, especially of old Poot. I presume this says something like, always wear protection, so that one doesn't have a child that one might regret due to its later actions in life, shall we say. Russian flag here being used as a doormat, and some people just kind of walking across the street just to step on it.
I then walked around Independence Square, or Maiden Square, which sits on Khreshchatyk Street, a key part of Ukraine's history. Since Ukraine independence from the Soviet Union in 1990, it became the square for political rallies, protests, and revolutions, such as the Orange Revolution and the Maidan Uprising. Surrounded by Stalinist architecture and government buildings, it would normally be full of tourists taking photos, but instead I found only barricades. And there are also several posters about the invasion and the global war effort, as well as flags for the fallen.
So here in St Michael's Church, on Sunday morning, people going to Mass, and as you can see, a very clear reminder of war and the horrors and atrocities that have been happening in the past 5-6 months, from Russian tanks being blown up, you know, the I guess little victories of the Ukrainians, showing them encouragement of fighting the enemy, which is kind of tragic in itself, right? And then, you know, civilian cars, which says on them that they were shot by Russian soldiers, and families, children being shot down, being shot. It's fascinating to see. They've got the hymns, they've got the Sunday hymns, and they've got the religion of God here. And as soon as you come out, you have this. It's interesting to see that they have both victories and losses and tragedies and small gains side by side here, right outside a place of worship. I don't imagine these will be moved anytime soon. They may add to this, and it sort of gives them, you know, a bit of reality of what's happening in the south and the southeast of the country. Most people I've spoken to say that there will not be an end to this war. That it will be like an Israel-Palestine situation. Ukrainians' relationship with their neighbours, Russia, is obviously completely tainted and destroyed any kind of ties that they may have once had. Most Ukrainians I speak to are absolutely adamant for their hatred of Russians. And all Russians, not just the government. And it's a seething hatred, and it's understandable. But what's interesting with that is that a lot of Ukrainians will have family in Russia.